we don't.
Are you covered? Will the company cover you for liability on your personal brand account? Even though you are.
Good question.
Even though you are, tweeting and everything else on the company's behalf, right?
One of the things I started, I don't know the answer to that question actually, but one of the things I started.
All of us are calling our insurance agents tonight.
One of the things I started doing just a few months ago, it must have been, it was about 6 months ago, was that you're right. This personal brand, basically, I sign every blog post with RBH, so RBH has kind of become this. That's my initials. Has become this kind of personal brand with the company, and so I was noticing that we had got to a point where I was being perceived as the exception to the norm, and so they were no longer feeling that they were getting this close relationship with eBay. I just happened to be this one person who was different to the rest of the company that they had a relationship with. So then there was eBay, and then RBH, and then them, and I was kind of this isolated figure, and that doesn't help what we're trying to do with the corporate blog at all. So I really scaled back the personal branding of it and took my photo off the Twitter feed, and now it's the eBay Inc., the blog logo, and you'll see that a lot now. It's very subtle, but it was really important because I was getting to the point where I felt that they had this relationship with me, but they weren't having a relationship with the brand, and that kind of gets away with what the goal of the corporate blog is.
I see it both ways, and again, I'm the same white paper that has the customer service has a section on personal branding, called Corporate All-Stars that I've written about. And here's my view. So I'm a Yankee fan. You can hate me for that, but I'm a Yankee fan. So I'm going to use it.
Gave up a game?
Well.
Steve knows I'm a Red Sox fan.
Red? Oh, yeah.
I'm a Sun Devil.
I'm a Wildcat.
Yes.
Very cool.
Blue and red.
I'm going to compartmentalize that for a second.
Steve finds his happy place.
That's not happening. But look, I mean, the sports analogy is a good one. So, the Yankees have very well-known personalities on that team that are very well defined. I'm talking about the old teams. Babe Ruth, home run hitter, drinker, womanizer. Okay, put that aside too. Mickey Mantle, home runs. DiMaggio, consistency. They were known for something. DiMaggio, Mr. Coffee, right? So Mr. Coffee for years, if you're in New York at least. Marilyn Monroe. That's right. Yeah, that's right. There you go. So they were known for things, and they were personal brands, and the things they did off the field, A-Rod, hello, have an impact on the actual corporate brand. So if I were to go and gamble my life savings away and get arrested and spend time in the jail cell with Charles Barkley, that would have an impact on the eBay brand, and potentially could have an impact on the brands that I work with here that I am lucky to work with. So there's risks and rewards with personal brands, and yes, you want to make sure that you choose the right ones to put out there. But if you put them out there, as all these companies have done, and you trust them, and they build one-to-one relationships, and they know how to walk the tightrope, they know how to walk that balance between being, the flag waver and the realist. If there's a real issue out there with eBay that people are having tomorrow, RBH is going to come into the company and say, look, you can play it this way, but it's never going to work that way because the community feels this way. And I know these people individually because I've gone to the eBay events, I've gone to the sellers conventions, I've spent time with them at the tweet-ups, I know what they're like. And I think that if you take the following course, so he's going to be a first beacon on the horizon to know what that's like. But yet at the same time, they're, as a personal brand, you are personally, if God forbid Edelman screws up, I'm going to be the first one to know about it, and I'm going to be the first one to take blame for it. At the same time, when I screw up, it does not reflect well on the Edelman brand either. So I think that there's risks and rewards in that, and the smart companies recognize that if you got somebody you trust, I actually do think, with all respect, that Scott Monty is replaceable. He's a replaceable guy if they found the next Scott Monty. Microsoft never replaced Scoble, but I think that they could. They could replace him with an army of Scobles. So, you have to find a way to make that balance work. But when it works well, it can be amazing because you build both the one-to-one and the corporate-to-corporate relationships, corporate-to-one relationships.
Okay. Anybody have questions out there they want to come?
It's good if we can come up to the center mic, so like I said, so we can capture it in the audio stream here.
Okay. So, a few weeks back, Steve, you said that in 5 years, the entire web might be social.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, in 5 years, what do you guys envision your jobs will be like? Will they even exist, or what will social engagement be for companies?
I've actually,
You still need paid consultants, right? Now that won't change, right?
I've actually had this conversation